Like when I went back to the US, I felt more culture shock.
I know a lot of foreigners would say the buildings in Taiwan.
I don't disagree with that. I always tell my friends I'm forever rooting for Taiwan. I feel like I became a man in Taiwan.
Do you have anything to the Taiwanese people?
Wow.
Hola chicos, 我是 Adele。今天我跟一个非常特别的一个朋友 John。
大家好，我是杨浩恩。I have been living in Taiwan for almost 10 years.
What brought you to Taiwan for the first time?
Actually, this is a bit of a strange answer. I actually went to Taiwan for surfing, and everyone was like, huh? What do you mean? But I got to Taiwan and I never left.
Was it easy for you to connect with Taiwanese people?
Friendships were hard until I spoke a little Chinese. That was always something that inspired me, though, to want to learn Chinese, because I really wanted to connect. Even now, I'm in Bali, I'm learning Bahasa Indonesian. I'm trying to still do things I already like to do. You just said it, like a common interest. We were surfing together. I should be learning Chinese words that relate to surfing. And now, great, now we can talk about surfing a little bit.
And that will also motivate you to learn that language as well.
Exactly. And I know my Taiwanese friends would say, hey, you know, I Googled like surfing words in English, and that they could ask me about surfing more.
That's
and
so beautiful.
I always encourage my friends learning a second language or third language. Do something you already like to do, whether that's art or dance or playing music. Try to do your hobby in that language because you already like those things. You already are curious and passionate maybe about that.
And then you just want to dig even more.
Exactly.
How to say that in 冲浪 in
对
English, catch the wave. I don't even know how to say that in,
That's
in
right.
Chinese. Did you experience any culture shock when you were here?
Oh, you know what? If I can answer this truthfully, I actually experienced reverse culture shock.
Ah, yeah?
Like when I went back to the US, I felt more culture shock than I felt in Taiwan. Taiwan is so safe and it's so convenient and everyone's so warm and welcoming and pleasant to be around. Again, foreigners love to talk, but it doesn't mean we always are pleasant to be around. And sometimes it can be a little more cold, meaning the energy, like not everyone wants to talk to everybody in the US. I think the biggest culture shock I experienced maybe in Taiwan was just, can I say no? Like,
Yeah,
is that okay?
you can.
I didn't experience any culture shock because I was already open-minded to, I'm going here as a visitor. I have no expectations. Whatever happened to me in Taiwan, I just went with the flow. And that's how I traveled. That's how I lived my life. I do know my foreign friends who they come maybe first time from the US. They're like, why did they drive like this? You know, and I'm like, bro, you're in another country. Like, what are you talking about?
It works different ways.
It works different way. I've heard people say about scooters and the traffic, but honestly, it's fine. Especially now that I'm in Bali. Taiwan is amazing compared to Bali.
I know a lot of foreigners would say the buildings in Taiwan are not so...
The architecture, I
Yeah,
see, yes.
exactly.
I don't disagree with that. But I do know that a lot of those buildings were built to withstand typhoons. It's a practical
It's more
aspect.
I feel like in our culture, we focus more like a practical reason.
Practical, yeah. So I learned more about, a lot of them were designed to withstand typhoons, earthquakes.
Yeah.
And so if you have that mindset, you understand why they built it and they chose to build it like that. But I agree, you know, like it's not European architecture for sure.
It's different culture, then it's different.
Yeah. And inside is a whole new world.
Sometimes the building looks really old, but you enter and it's like, wow, clean, it's super nice. You mentioned that you were English teacher in Taiwan. So did you notice any like a common mistake or mindset that Taiwanese learners hold them back from speaking English?
I think this is common, and I experienced this with speaking Chinese.
你有在看手机啊？该不是那个 Secret Book 大家有在说的那个吗？
Of course，而且里面有包含5个实战练习，真的帮助我的英文口说很多哎。
那是多少钱啊？
这个价值至少$250，不过现在免费。
啊，免费。
I've also heard that this guide helps you to expand your vocabulary, improve your listening skills, and improve your daily conversations as well. By the end of this guide, you're gonna have a clear direction of speaking English, my friend, just like I do. Woo! 赶快下载，在 link below.
I felt very shy and embarrassed. I felt I could speak well in my native language, but then with my second or third language, I didn't want to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And so I saw that with my students all the time. And the truth of this is just in our mind. Actually, when you're communicating, we're not listening for each other's grammar. We're not listening for our accents.
I want to know what you were trying to say.
What's Adele saying? What's John saying? We just want to actually be able to listen and understand so we can give you an answer back. I always try to kind of of help my students understand that. So I would like bring them out at night market and I'd be like, okay, watch me speak Chinese.
Okay.
I'd speak Chinese. The ayi, she quickly knows like what I'm trying to say,
okay.
but then we communicate.
Yeah.
And she's not like, wow, your Chinese is terrible.
Yeah,
She's
no one
like,
would say this, right?
right, no, and I hope all foreigners won't say that either. Especially they know it's not your first language. There's complete patience and understanding that, so that it's just a mindset.
I notice that even when I'm speaking with people not from English-speaking country, then I feel more comfortable speaking English. But when I'm speaking with native speaker, sometimes I catch myself, oh shit, that was a grammar mistake. Maybe John will notice, you know, like, and then like
that's so
judge
cute.
myself. And then I think that's also sometimes you find me being shy because I don't want to make mistake in front of English native speakers.
It's so funny because this is like the most I've heard you talk in the past few days. I almost feel like it's reversed. My second or third language friends, they know their grammar rules so well that maybe they would be the ones who like, that's not how you say that. But native speakers, we don't care. We don't even know sometimes the rules. We're just like, all good, I know what you're saying.
Right. What advice would you give to people who want to improve their English?
The easiest piece of advice, but the hardest thing to really do is just... Oh, you want to let them out? Oh, doggies. Are they in the camera? Piece of advice that is the easiest to give, but I know sometimes the hardest is just trust yourself in the fact that foreigners are not trying to make fun of your language. They're not trying to judge you with your language. They're really just trying to understand and they want to communicate with you. When you go up to them and you want to talk to them, there's a good chance they want to talk to you too. It doesn't mean that every foreigner is going to be your friend because actually you might not like them. Don't assume you practicing your English means that you have to be friends with them. Use that to just practice. What we do naturally in America, for example, is when I'm in line at 7-Eleven, I small talk. Foreigners love this. It doesn't mean I'm trying to be friends with Adele. We just say, hey, how you doing? You know, what are you buying? It's just quick small talk and then, okay, see you later. Have a good day. And it's beautiful because you can try that mindset. In Taiwan, you can do it with foreigners. They love to small talk. And most of my foreign friends in Taiwan say they miss that. They miss the little small talk.
We don't have this culture.
Yeah, right. It's not normal, so you might feel shy. But if you say you're waiting in line at 7-Eleven or for the bus or for the MRT and you say hi to a foreigner, I almost would bet 99% of the time they'll say hi and you can have a quick chat and then you can just say bye, thanks. And then it's okay.
You're like, yes, today I spoke some English.
Foreigners love to talk.
Yes.
Foreigners blah, 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 blah. Look at me. Probably don't even know what I'm saying anymore because I'm talking too much.
After living in Taiwan for 10 years, what kind of place does it hold in your heart?
I always tell my friends I'm forever rooting for Taiwan.
Taiwan number one.
Taiwan number one. I found wherever I am, if like I'm in Bali and I meet someone who's from Taiwan, I'm so happy.
The
instant connection. They can speak a little Chinese, so they feel happy. We can connect about food or we can connect about that cultural thing. And
exactly.
I always kind of say like I grew up in Taiwan. I feel like I did my university and my master's program there, which isn't true, but I feel like I became a man in Taiwan and I'm so grateful for all of the warm, welcoming energy. And I will take that with me forever and always stand by Taiwan wherever I go. And here we are too in Bali and we had dinner last night and it was like
all Taiwan crew.
All Taiwan crew.
Yeah, this connection is really strong and hold us like all together. And
totally. And that's the beauty of travel. I hope you feel inspired with what Adele and Torden are doing here and you can go make your own memories and make your own little crew.
Something I really want to encourage Taiwanese people to do it because there are a lot of opportunities. It doesn't have to be foreigner, just you know, like people from different backgrounds and to connect with them, to get to know them and then to expand that your comfort zone.
And I always encourage my true Taiwanese friends to talk to the ABCs. There's so many amazing Taiwanese who have actually like grown up in Canada or Europe or America. Guys, that's your first place to start because oftentimes they already speak Chinese, but they have a mindset that is open and you can learn so much from them. Oh, you know, there's a little bit of that like ego around, oh, they are ABCs, I don't care about them. But no, put that away. Don't worry about that because we're all just humans and you can learn from everyone, everywhere.
I guess the last question is, do you have anything to say to the Taiwanese people?
Wow, I hope I can express it authentically. The way Taiwanese culture and Taiwanese that I have met have been so warm and welcoming to foreigners. All of my foreign friends who live in Taiwan, we have nothing but beautiful things to say. That's because because of you. That's because of you welcoming us into your homes and into your land and into your culture. That will never be forgotten. Keep that positive, warm energy. Always Taiwan 加油.
Taiwan 加油.
加油.
Thank you, John, for sharing your experience with us.
Thank you, Adele.
Thank you so much. And if you like this episode, give the thumbs up, like, comment.
Give John's IG.
Oh.
Movie star. We got the movie star here.
I don't know about that.
If you want to follow John, here's the Instagram.
Yeah, please feel free to follow along with me. You can search John Drummond or Yang Haoen or John Drummond 89 on social media.
Thank you so much. Bye.
再见，再见。